Hi, this is Eric Olson from Helps. I'm talking with Frank, who's a client of Helps, was a client of Helps, who called today worried about a check he got that was deposited. And so Frank, the way I understand it is someone contacted you regarding you doing some advertising by putting something on your car, and they were going to pay you some money for doing that, right?
Yes, sir.
How did they, you didn't call them, they called you, is that correct?
That's correct.
Did they say why they picked you out of the blue?
No.
Okay. So when they called you, they said, hey, listen, if you put this sign on your car and advertise for us, we're going to pay you how much money?
I think they give me a check, something like $2,800.
Did they send the check after they talked to you on the phone, or?
Yeah, it's the email thing.
Oh, it was an email thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they said they were going to send you something that you put on your car that you would advertise for them.
Yeah, they're supposed to send somebody to put a sticker on my car.
There you go. So you got the check, and what'd you do with the check?
I deposited in the bank.
Okay, and the bank said check's good, right?
Yeah, because I know they said it was good, yeah.
Okay, and then tell me what happened after that.
Well, I just talked to the guy recently by email, and he said they're going to send somebody to put the sticker on my car, but they want to know how much, what did I do with the money, And that's the main reason I called, because I'd spent some of the money, so I didn't know what else to do. Trying to get a hold of somebody, because I didn't know what's going to happen.
But he told you he was upset because he wanted you were supposed to send some of that money back to someone else. Is that right?
Well, that's what I'm getting the vibe about, because evidently he didn't want me to keep it all, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's what the scam was. So what they do is they send you a check, okay, you deposit it in your account, and then part of the scam is you're supposed to send some of this money other places, okay? And then when you send the money other places, or you're gonna, what they would probably ask you to do is go down to get some debit cards at the grocery store, at Walmart or Safeway or something like that, or Amazon or whatever, Target, and send them a debit card, and you could do that electronically from your bank account, and then what would happen and what will happen is all of a sudden that check that you deposited, and you say it was just a week ago, right?
Yes.
It's going to come back that the check wasn't any good. Okay? And you don't know that yet, but I'm telling you that's what's going to happen, so you understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't have a lot of income. You've definitely been taken advantage of by this company, by these people. And there's no way of tracking them down. I mean, you can eventually report to the police, but they can't do anything because these people, they do this all day long, is trying to cook up scams or try to trick people, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
And so you don't get a lot of income, Social Security, and so what I told you to do, what did I tell you to do?
I probably have to go change my bank account to another place, because I'd say the bank's going to want their money back.
That's right.
And I don't have no, like I say, I don't have much income to start with.
No, I know that. And so you're going to change to a different bank, and then you're going to contact Social Security. I sent you an email on how to get your Social Security going to that new bank account, okay?
Yeah.
And then the problem is when the bank when they get notified that check is a bum check, they can legally take money out of your account, okay? to cover that NSF check. So if you have any money in your bank account now, you need to take it out as soon as possible. Okay, and you can use that money to open up an account at a different bank, and the sooner you do that, the better. You understand?
Yeah.
Because if you leave that money in there, that's in there now, assuming there's some in there, as soon as the bank gets the NSF notice, they're going to put a hold on that account, and you won't have access to those funds. So the sooner you get it out of there, the better.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the way the scam works. You're right in the middle of it. But if you, how much money do you have left in there in your bank account?
From right now, it looks like 1,100 something.
Yeah, you need to pull that out of there. And then, because once the bank gets notice of this being an NSF check, which they will, then that might be frozen. So the sooner you get out of there, the better. And that way, if they take your money, your Social Security in November, if there's not enough time to get the Social Security going into the new bank account, you'll have that $1,100 to be as a safety, to be safe.
Yeah.
So you got taken advantage of. The bank's getting taken advantage of, but not by you. I mean, they were part of this. Being both you and the bank got scammed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks talking with me, Frank. And I'm going to turn this recording off, and I'll talk to clients about this. Just stay on hold for a second, okay?
Yes.
So it helps. We hear scams all the time, okay? And this is a kind of a new one. I haven't heard. Maybe I've heard it, but I forget things sometimes. So the scammer reaches this old guy. He's younger than me, but he reaches this old guy and he says, "Hey, if you put a sticker on your car, we're going to pay you $2,500 or whatever it was, and to advertise for us." "Oh yeah, I'll do that." "Okay, I'm going to send you a check, email check, deposit your bank account, and then we're going to send a guy out there to put a sticker on your car." So he gets the check, he goes to the bank, and the bank tells him, it's good money. As far as we know, there's good money in that, boo, boo, boo. So he gets the money and he spends the money. Okay? Now, he didn't spend all of it, he spent most of it. Then the guy calls him back, and the reason the guy called him back is he wanted him to send them some debit cards. But then when he found out that the guy didn't have the money anymore, a little bit upset. Okay? So it's just a matter of time, a day or two, before the bank was going to get notice that that was a bum check. And then they're going to freeze this guy's bank account. And they'll take anything out of his account. They're legally, even though it's Social Security, they can do that. A bank can't offset money if you owe the bank money for a debt you made with the bank. But the bank can offset money if you have you owe the bank for like an NSF charge or a bank charge. And that's what this is. The bank honored a check that turned out to be a bum check, bad check. So they have a legal right to take money out of your account, even if it contains Social Security in that instance. So I don't know what to call this scam. Advertisement on car scam. It's kind of a new one, kind of creative. And what I told him, I said, next time if this comes up, you call helps and talk to us. If something's too good to be true or fishy, talk to us and we'll be able to tell you about it. Anyway, hopefully this helps and you can identify this scam and be aware of it. And my name's Eric Olson, Executive Director of HELPS. We represent seniors nationwide to protect them from collector harassment. When they find out about helps, they give us the people they owe money to. We send what's called a cease and desist letter. The debt collector can no longer call or send you demand letters anymore. They have to leave you alone. And then we're also available to answer your questions if you're ever worried or concerned or have a concern about anything. And our second mission is to educate seniors how to maintain their financial independence. And that's why I'm doing this video, is to educate. Being taken advantage of by a scammer is not very fun. It doesn't feel very good. And part of our mission is to educate seniors so they don't get taken advantage of. So hopefully you learned something. And if you have any questions, give us a call. Appreciate if you would like the video, and you can be part of our YouTube channel. And you guys have a great day.